Welcome back to the channel for another video. This week we're back on the 05 STI. Really excited for this video. I've actually never done this mod before, and I haven't actually done this type of mod in a long time on a lot of my cars because I really like the factory head unit and everything. Usually kind of gives it away, but let's jump over to the bench. I'll show you what we got. All right, so over here at the bench we have our brand new IDoing Head Unit. Now this is the upgraded model because there are two models. This is the 8 plus 128G, and yeah, this is the 12 Android 12 OLED. So really excited to get this installed. I really haven't done a head unit in any of my vehicles in a long time because a lot of these newer cars, like a lot of it's like integrated into like the whole dash and everything. And I mean, just like on the 22, like, I mean, it has that big tablet. So, I mean, I don't really see a need for like an IDoing in the 22 Rex. But in this car, we have an old head unit. I think it's a Pioneer, but it is a single DIN and it only shows time. Radio doesn't work. I tried the USB. The USB has power, so it charges the phone, but there is no option to like, well, there is an option for USB music, but it doesn't do anything. So head unit, no good. We're doing the best upgrade that we could get, which is our IDoing here. I really love that it comes with a new bezel, and this is like perfect OEM match. And like the one I have has like a little scuff here and maybe a scuff on the side. But this is nice that it comes with a brand new housing and everything. So don't need to worry about transferring that over or anything like that. Now we do have to transfer over these HVAC controls, which should be pretty easy. It's just a couple screws. We will go over that once we get it pulled. And then just as a little bonus, we're going to be putting in a red hazard switch because you do have to take all this out to get to the switch. So why not just throw it in at the same time? So the head unit does come with a lot of cables. So I did already reorganize some of them. We're going to be using this one here with the two USBs. This is our car link. So that's how we would do the Apple CarPlay. We have the mic so we can talk through the radio. And then we have our plug. This is just plugs into the head unit. And then these plug into the factory locations. We'll see where this one goes. Not really sure. There might be a plug in the back for that. And then these other ones are for like subwoofer that says brake, amp, backup. So we're not going to worry about those. I have the other harnesses just hanging out in here. So they're just going to stay there in case we ever do need to use them. But I'd rather not just plug them in and have just like miscellaneous junk behind the dash. So I'd rather just keep it away, keep it clean. But yeah, so let's get in the car. We'll get the bottom trim piece taken off. Looks like we got two screws here, and the head unit or the bezel should pop out of the stock radio, and then it just should be a couple screws to pull that out. Now, fingers crossed, I haven't taken this radio out, or I haven't taken anything out on the interior. Fingers crossed we don't break any tabs. And also fingers crossed that they used a plug-and-play harness and they didn't cut up the factory harness. So I am a little scared if they did cut up the factory harness. That will be a pain, but let's not worry about that right now. Let me get you guys set up in the passenger side and we'll be taking apart this interior. Let's go. All right, so we're in the inside of the car. We need to get this trim piece taken off. So this car is actually pretty easy. You can just pull this back. And then we have two screws down here that we can also see on our IDoing. Our cup holder for now. Now it's really nice. IDoing did also give us some trim removal tools. So we'll put that in the sides here and we'll get that pried out. 2 plugs here for the HVAC. 1 and 2. And then this hose. That was a little aggressive to get that off, but all the buttons look good. So you got a couple little scuffs on it, but that's okay. Just a couple screws to remove this, but we'll do that over at the bench. 4 screws, and then the HVAC controls can be transferred over. Looks like we got 2 screws for the radio, and then 2 screws for that bottom cubby. So let's get this taken off and see what it looks like behind there. All right, so now we got I just put the radio up there. So very happy to confirm that all of the plugs are fine. Now I did discover that it does have RCA and this blue cable. I'm pretty sure this is the signal. So it looks like maybe at some point in this car's life, they did have a sub hooked up to this. We're just gonna cut it right at the harness there, so we have slack in case we do want to run a sub in the future. We already have our signal and the RCA's ran, so I'm really curious where these go. So I'll probably just figure out where they go around or something like that, but I'll just put these tucked back away. I'm actually really happy how clean it is back here. They even put a little zip tie to hold the signal wire with the RCA, so I can just wrap this up, probably zip tie it back here somewhere and just keep it for safekeeping, so when we want to upgrade that in the future. So let's go over to the bench real quick. We'll get these transferred over to our IDoing, and then it should be as easy as just plugging it in here, plug it into the back of the radio, and that should be it. So super hyped for this. Let's get back to the bench. All right, we're at the bench. You can see our stock radio here, nice IDoing on the right, and our OEM bezel here. So we just need to transfer these controls over to our new one. So it should be as simple as removing these 4 screws right here. Perfect fit. And let's get these 4 screws in. There we have it. Controls are in. Looks OEM. Oh, forgot to put our little clips on. 1 and 2. All right. She's ready to go back in. Once we get back in, we will get our red hazard button installed first. It should be 3 Phillips like on the top right here. And that trim piece should come off and we can get this swapped out real quick. All right, let's work on getting this top piece off. There should be 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right, with those 3 taken out, it should just pull right out. Yeah, literally super easy. And then the button, get that unplugged. All right, and it should just pop out. Pops out just like that. And the new one slides right in. That easy. All right, with the button in now, let's just put it back in, 3 screws, and we're all set. All right, so we're back in the car, got the head unit and everything here. I did transfer and modify this bracket a little bit because there is that this ground wire right here. So let me get everything plugged in and let's see if it works, and then we'll go from there. All right, so we got everything plugged back in. It's just loosely resting there because I don't want to clip it in if it's not done yet, but let's turn the key on. We got our blue lights here. Hey, it turned on right away, so that is great. So yeah, so let's get this buttoned up. I'll push everything back in. I do have the mic just routed up here currently. I'll probably get that routed. I'll probably put it right up here just for now, but I do want to put it up here on the A pillar once we get these gauges removed. And then I got the USB run already. So this is for our CarPlay, so we'll test this out in a few minutes. But it looks like everything seems to be working. Let's get everything buttoned back up and we'll do a little test. All right, this thing's fully installed now. I just had the CarPlay plugged in, and I mean everything's working as it should. This head unit is so freaking nice. Ooh, let's just do this. Oh yeah, that's when you know we're officially done with the install. I'm just gonna tuck these wires and just wrap it up here currently, because like I said, we do want to get rid of these gauges at some point, and we'll get a new A-pillar and we'll just put it right up top here. But I'm super happy with this. We got our red button, hazard works, red button installed, our brand new IDoing. So I'm super happy how this install came out. It was just as easy as plug and play. And I was super happy that the previous owners didn't hack up the wires on this, and everything was just right there and everything plugged in. So 10 out of 10 for this install. Super happy with it. I will put a link in the description. I did get it from WRXDaily, so I will put a link in the description of where I purchased it from. That's all I got for you guys on this one. Until next time, see you guys.